Here. May request everyone to please remain standing for the national anthem to be followed by the doxology. You may now take your seats. Ladies and gentlemen, we are gathered here today for the Local Governance Summit 2024, LGUs sa Bagong Pilipinas, Smart, Resilient, Driven. To give us an overview and the highlights of Local Governance Summit 2024, may we request everyone to direct your attention to the screen for an audio-visual presentation.
to brainstorm, touch bases, and innovate.
It is with great pride and immense gratitude that I welcome you to the first ever Local Governance Summit in 2024.
Testament of the commitment of ULAP and the DILG to the vision of our President Bongbong Marcos to have a more unified and strengthened local government units.
Today, we are all fortunate to be in the presence of the movers and shakers, the game changers, the driving forces in uplifting our country, one municipality at a time.
Today, we rally behind this common purpose, the vision of our President of a Bagong Pilipinas, a vision of His Excellency Ferdinand Marcos Jr. to move people forward, united.
The DICT affirms its dedication to collaborating and leveraging on our collective strength to support the government's vision of building a smart and sustainable communities.
I would like to take this opportunity to thank the DILG for all its support to these projects, and I hope that the results will prove useful to you and may be replicated in other regions.
Together, we aim to see more LGUs become smart, resilient, and driven to leave no one behind. We hope this local government summit will take us forward in this direction.
Let's continue to work together to build better future for our country and the positive impact it will have on the lives of millions of Filipinos.
Thank you very much. At this juncture, may we request DILG Secretary Benjamin C. Abalos Jr. to deliver his message and to introduce our guests of honor and speaker.
Magandang umaga po sa ating panauhing pangdangal, and of course to our partners represented by United Nations, His Excellency Sir Khalid Hassan, and all of the members of the Diplomatic Corps, ULAP through our President Dax Kua, partner agencies, lahat po ng mga gobernador, Vice Governor, provincial board members, mga mayor, konsihal, vice mayor, lahat ng local government officials, DILG family, magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. The Local Government Summit is a significant event witnessing the coming together of national, international, and local to support the attainment of the government's long-term vision of a matatag, maginhawa, at panatag na buhay by 2040, as well as support the accomplishment of the President's 8-point socio-economic program, ushering the Bagong Pilipinas brand of governance. It is anchored on the Philippine Development Plan 2023-2028 and 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development of Leaving No One Behind. Walang maiiwan maski sino. The Department of the Interior and Local Government recognizes the vital roles of our local government units as a strong partners of the national government in pursuit of a sustainable and inclusive Philippines. Today is a testament to our commitment to this partnership. As we accelerate towards the attainment of a Bagong Pilipinas, it is important that we work hand in hand in achieving our shared vision and aspirations for our country. For us in the DILG, to include attached agencies, we have refocused and recalibrated our efforts and initiatives to further strengthen capacities of LGUs as active actors for nation building. My dear friends, itong araw na ito ay makasaysayan sapagkat ang United Nations kasama ang buong 25 attached agency niya ay tutulong po dito. It is a time wherein we could see through the experts all over the world that we have invited, benchmark where we are right now. Look at the gaps of policies. If there are no policies, we could have some. So, ito pong araw na ito ay napaka-importante sa bawat executive ng gobyerno, sa bawat LGUs. Especially in this age of digital governance, it is critical for both national and local governments with the support and development partners and non-government entities to adopt digital and technology solutions and find new ways to improve governance and service delivery. Sa ngayon po, we've got in attendance more than 3,000 local chief executives, local functionaries, non-government, NGAs, representatives, members of the academe, civil society, development partners. They've gathered during the first day, which was yesterday. Discussion started with the Philippine government's thrust on smart initiatives as espoused in the Philippine Development Plan supported by emerging trends by our counterparts in the region, Japan and Indonesia. This was capped by the launch of our own Philippine Smart LGU network in partnership with other national agencies and development partners to provide an enabling network platform and for knowledge sharing, collaboration, networking, and improving access to financing for smart innovations and solutions to support LGUs. In the afternoon, it was followed by engaging discussions on LGU roles on emerging issues such as addressing climate change, closing the gender gap, promoting clean and green environment, and harnessing creative industries as an emerging economic contributor to our GDP. Today, my dear friends, we are honored by the presence of the President to address and give us his guidance for local government units. Following the President's guidance, we expect a fruitful discourse during the simultaneous local government sessions focusing on cross-cutting topics on digital transformation, smart urban infrastructure and design, climate and disaster resiliency, health and nutrition, peace and order, transparency and accountability, and people's participation. We will not leave these halls without sealing the deal. Hindi ho aalis dito hanggat wala tayong gagawing napaka-importante. We are hopeful to seal the commitment of all stakeholders present to work together in continuously finding ways and innovative solutions in further strengthening local government systems and policies and improving service delivery towards sustained local development. This gathering of local leaders is a testament of our commitment to unite and sustain our efforts and rally behind the President's governance brand of a Bagong Pilipinas. Dahil ang local government unit sa Bagong Pilipinas ay smart, resilient, at driven. At this point, bago ko po ipakilala ang ating panauhing pagdangal, gusto ko lang sabihin sa kanya na nagkaroon ng resolusyon ang Union of Local Authorities of the Philippines, na kung saan lahat po ay sumusuporta sa mga programa ng Bagong Pilipinas. Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency Ferdinand Marcos Jr.
Maraming salamat sa kalihim ng ating Department of Interior and Local Government sa kanyang pagpakilala. Upo po tayo. Andito rin po ang ating Secretary ng DOH, Secretary Ted Herbosa, His Excellency Dr. Andreas Michael Paferonishki. I'll get that right one day. Ambassador of Germany to the Philippines and other members of the Diplomatic Corps, the Union of Local Authorities of the Philippines, or ULAP, President Governor Dax Kua, International Labor Organization Country Director Khalid Hassan, World Bank Senior Urban Development Specialist Narai Choi, and our constant host, Pasay City Mayor Imelda Calixto Rubiano, my fellow workers in government and especially in local government, ang ating mga bisita na nakarating ngayong araw para samahan tayo dito sa napakahalagang summit na ito. Ladies and gentlemen, magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. I am always happy to be with you, especially with the local government executives, because I always consider local government to be, in fact, my natural habitat. So I am happy especially that we are here to convene the Local Governance Summit of 2024. The intent of which is to explore and to employ the various ways of capacitating our localities and local executives to serve our people better. I thank the Department of the Interior and Local Government, the Union of Local Authorities of the Philippines, the concerned national agencies, government, national government, and local government, our esteemed friends from the United Nations, and the other international organizations for bringing this summit to fruition. This is an opportunity for each of us to reflect on the huge responsibility that we all hold in our hands. The ability to transform our respective communities and the lives of those that are in those communities under the banner of Bagong Pilipinas. Your strong presence here today, ang sabi sa akin ni Gobdax, hanggang malapit na sa 4,000 ang nakarating dito sa ating summit, That demonstrates your solidarity with the administration's governance agenda, as reflected in this Assembly's theme that calls for our local governments to be smart, to be resilient, and to be driven. In this age of technological advancement, it has become imperative to utilize all the latest tools and strategies to explore and improve our daily operations. It applies to areas such as infrastructure, urban planning, even in the simple process of applying for a business permit. I think we are all familiar with the delays that sometimes people have to suffer for very simple documentation. Well, I think the digital world is going to provide us the solutions to those problems and to make us more efficient, and so that the process of interchange between our people and the government, both at the local and the national level, becomes better, becomes easier and more efficient. To bolster this digitalization of local processes, our government is conducting caravans nationwide to promote the adoption by LGUs of the eLGU system as their electronic business one-stop shop, making government transactions convenient for the general public. Truly, in a time when communities and societies have embraced digitalization, there is no excuse for governments, national or local, to allow themselves to be left behind. It is incumbent upon us to promote these smart solutions, such as innovative technologies and strategies, so we can maximize its advantages, especially in the face of challenges that threaten the overall well-being of our constituents. Currently, we are experiencing a surge in leptospirosis and dengue cases attributed by the DOH to improper garbage disposal and poor waste management. Our solid waste management problem is a major factor that caused flooding as well in the metro during the onslaught of Typhoon Karina and the southwest monsoon in the last month. Local chief executives must work harder to utilize environmentally sound methods and waste minimization measures to protect public health and, of course, our environment. So I urge you all to lead aggressive information dissemination campaign to promote a healthy lifestyle and prevent diseases, such as a campaign to remind our people, especially children, against swimming in flood waters and to practice personal hygiene to mitigate the spread of leptospirosis, mpox, and any other illnesses. The Kalinisan program, led by our DILG, reflects our earnest efforts in improving our waste disposal and management to ensure a clean, healthy, and safe environment for all. I call on the LGUs to continue your active participation in this initiative. This has always been a problem for our urban communities especially, where how do we get rid of the tons of waste that accumulate and to not leave them in the environment and to remove them from the exposure to people in their day-to-day lives. And that is something that we really have to look into and finally come to a solution to that problem. As I have always said, sometimes we blame technology. Because of technology, because of the improved ways that we can do in terms of production, in terms of packaging, this increases the amount of garbage that is generated. And I say that's because of technology. But once again, I also look to technology to provide the answers. There are so many schemes, there are so many proposals, there are so many new technologies that are being developed precisely to solve this problem. And I urge you all to look into them as quickly and deeply as possible so that we can finally solve this problem. the national government, this is a local government mandate, but the national government is here always to assist and to find ways for you in your specific communities how we can improve this situation. And to recognize our lupon, which makes an invaluable impact on the peace and order in the community. I recently signed Executive Order number 68, which strengthens the Lupong Tagapamayapang Incentives Award System and reorganizing the National Awards Committee. Under the new EO, the number of award categories increased from 4 to 10, which includes the Hall of Fame and Peace Champion Awards. This year, we also target to issue the amending Executive Order number 138, Series 2021, with clearer parameters on the functions, services, and facilities that are to be devolved. We have been working on this for a good long while, and I think we have found a formula wherein we divide the funding according to the way that we determine services belong to as a responsibility to the national government, other services belong to the local government. And in that way, we are able to satisfy the needs as best as we can for both the national government and most importantly for the local government, as the Mandanas ruling really directs itself towards the improvement in the local government situation. Once we have clearly defined the parameters of devolution, our LGUs will have greater capability to implement and localize the sustainable development goals. I hope our local leaders will actively participate in these summit sessions. I hope you are inspired by the innovations and best practices from the international community, as shared from our partners and allies from South Korea, from Indonesia, Japan, and other international organizations. This is the moment to rise as effective stewards of your respective localities, to drive progress in your communities, to nurture a culture of collaboration amongst concerned stakeholders. Know that we rely on the guidance and service of our local officials to uplift the quality of life of our citizens. So I look forward that you will continue to be accountable, reliable, and efficient in bringing our people closer to the opportunities that they all deserve. Your cooperation with the national government is invaluable, for it is only with your help that we can achieve our shared aspirations. So as leaders, let us remain worthy of the trust and confidence of our fellow Filipinos. Once again, thank you all very much. To all the organizers and the attendees of this summit, to all those who have come to attend, and together, I believe we can transform our nation into a more peaceful and prosperous Bagong Pilipinas. Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat at mabuhay ang ating mga LGU.
Thank you, Mr. President, for your encouraging words. At this point, may we request the President to kindly grant us a photo opportunity. May we request Secretary Abalos and Governor Kua to join the President in the photo op. Everyone else, kindly be seated. For the first set, may we request our developmental partners and select national government officials present to come on stage. We also request our DILG undersecretaries to please stand by. Thank you. Please exit to your right. Now, may we call on our DILG undersecretaries. Presidents of local leagues, please stand by. Once again, may we request the presidents of local leagues to please stand by. Thank you. Please exit to your right. Next, may we call on stage the presidents of the local leagues. Thank you. Please exit to your right. And finally, may we request our president for a group photo. May we request everyone to please gather in the middle and come closer as we take the group photo. Again, we will request all our participants to please stand up and be ready for the group photo. If possible, please head to the middle of or nearby the stage. Again, Mr. President, may we request your presence for a group photo? Ladies and gentlemen, be careful, please, while you head to the middle of the stage. Again, we'd like to inform again our guests to please be careful. May we request everyone to please gather in the middle and come closer as we take the group photo. Please give way for our guest and the president. Again, ladies and gentlemen, please give way for the president and our guest. Okay, please move. Our officials, please move a little. Again, reminding our officials to please move a little backward to give way for the president. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a little room for the president to enter through. Please give way for the president first before we take our selfies, please. Thank you. Again, please give way for the president. May we request the President to stay at the center together with Secretary Abalos and Governor Kua for the group photo. Mr. President? Okay, at the count of 3, Mr. President, and everyone, 3, 2, and 1. And that concludes our photo opportunity. May we request everyone to please return to your designated seats. Ushers, please. And that concludes our program. Thank you, Mr. President, for gracing with us with our presence